This week's Safety Toolbox talk is in regard to COVID-19 and face coverings. As you can see, it's changing by the day. We have states now within the United States, we have communities within our own state of Illinois that are now requiring anytime that we go into a grocery store, or some of these communities are requiring 100% walking out the door, some type of face covering and or respirator. Now, for those of you who know Bergling Construction Company, especially the restoration side, when it comes to bricklayers and tuck pointers, we are providing the full face 3M respirator with the particulate masks. This particular setup has 5 times the parts per million protection as an N95 mask. So for our tradesmen working on our suspended and supported boards, we have adequate face protection for that task at hand. When we move into a hospital setting, there are charcoal cartridges that we're using if we have to go into zones where there could be a potential positive. We're using a particular make and model for acid gas that has 50 parts per million protection, which is 10 times what this is actually calling for. N95, most popular in the world. Difficult to get our hands on. We have very few in stock. We have back orders galore on these. We've actually ordered a China version called a KN65 mask that's relative but maybe not as protective on back order. We have received surgical masks. These are nice. They fit your face real well. They've got a pinch point. They're not as restrictive as the N95s, easier to breathe, but maybe a little bit more than half the protection of an N95. This is truly a better mask than the surgical mask, but for the time being, we did get a nice supply, 50 in a bundle. We're sending these out as we speak today to multiple jobs. In addition to that, there are many of us that may be aware of a church or someone in our circle of friends that are actually using their imagination and they're making a double cloth layered respirator mask. Now, these masks provide very little protection to me from you, but it does add an adequate amount of protection from me coughing and sneezing in the vicinity of you if I'm closer than 6 feet. I have a small excess to this through my church, and I get them in small quantities weekly. So if you think you may want to entertain having a cloth mask for your own purposes, reach out to family and friends in your circles, but I may have a few also. The importance of this is our government agencies, our state agencies, our mindset. We should be wearing face protections, lung protections. The least I would advise is this handkerchief. I've had tradesmen calling me and saying, hey, if I double this thing up and I put this thing on my face, this is offering very little protection. It would be relative to a cloth mask, but it's not necessarily double layered. You can fold it in half, so on and so forth, but not highly recommended. In these challenging times, let's do our best to protect our face, our lungs with respirators and facial coverings. I do have a safety toolbox talk that goes with this week. Let's have a safe week out there. Let's have a safe day.